What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another exciting edition. We've got a little side-by-side comparison, and I've got a special guest with me, Mr. Greg Sopa from the Arrma team. Greg's our director of marketing at Horizon on the Surface side, so he's in charge of all the fun marketing stuff, as well as his other team members. But Greg, this is your Felony. It's actually a brand new one. You just pulled this thing out of the box right before this video.
Oh yeah.
So we haven't even started it up, but I'm hoping we can burn some of the tires off today. Obviously we got them side by side here. So Greg, let's start in some of the key differences between the infraction and the Felony.
Yeah, so obviously, I mean, you can see it's got a whole different body. It's got a different setup for the front splitter there, as well as the rear diffuser. Around here, and the rear diffuser there, because it's got the bigger tires, so 107 millimeter tires, just to give it that more muscle car look. So you will notice there's a empty spot where the handbrake module would be. We do not have a handbrake module on the Felony, and initially we intended on having it as part of it, but it really, with the extra traction you're getting on the rear tires, it just wasn't adding the same experience that you get with the infraction and the handbrake. So we left that off of there. Kind of saved a little bit on cost, because you can see with doing the body and the front and rear end, different tires and different gearing in the rear differentials, so you get the same wheel speed in the front and the rear. That's why you have the same cost between the infraction with the handbrake and this without, because there were just other features that we added to this one. So that's really the main point you'll see.
So let's put these bodies aside and set them side by side here, guys. I just put new tires. Those of you that watch the channel, you saw me smoke off the first set of tires pretty spectacularly, but you can see, guys, the difference between the rear tires on the infraction versus the Felony. That's a significant difference there. So Greg, there's no other changes other than not having a handbrake. All electronics all the way up the chassis the same. This one's obviously clean versus not clean. This one was used in the video shoot, so it's been through hell. But yeah, so other than that, obviously the front splitters are very different with the body off. You've got is there still a foam bumper under here? Yes, there is. Okay. Yeah, so you still have all that same stuff. You're just this extra piece right here to clean it up, make it look fancy is the only difference. So, well, I guess there's really not a whole lot of other things to talk about other than that's the Felony. The biggest question, I think, is that people wanted to know why the cost difference, or why the cost is the same, but you're losing that thing. But I think you covered that pretty well.
Yeah, that's really the main difference between the two. Is you've got the handbrake experience, which, I mean, you've seen. It's one of those things when you see someone using a handbrake doing autocross or something like that, that they're not using it a whole lot, and that's in full scale. So when you shrink that down to 7 scale, using that handbrake, you use it even less to get the full effect of it. Yeah,
I mean, most of the time I'm barely using it, I'm just popping throttle to spin it back up, or to do a corner or whatever. So I'm not
exactly. It just needs that little bit and it brings it around.
Definitely. All right, well, cool. Well, let's get this thing rolling. It sounds like you got the fans running already. It's hot as heck out here today, so let's throw the body on, and I'll let you give us a little demo. How about that? We just realized, guys, you probably want to see the other cool thing. So you get all this stuff, obviously. You get some of this in the infraction, but you do get additional stickers. But the cool thing here is you get all these extra pieces. So like an intercooler, an intake stack, covers, turbos, the blower. I don't know what this is. That looks like it's part of the exhaust. You can change out the exhaust. This thing also looks like you can change out the exhaust. It comes with a couple pieces too as well, so I'll lay all these guys out. Some of these are in the other bags, but we'll lay these out just so you can see. So there's a lot of cool options, guys, where Greg hasn't installed any of these yet because this is a brand new one. But yeah, that's all the fun stuff there. Let's go ahead and drive it. All right, guys, first run of the Arrma Felony. Hit it, Greg. So this is 100% stock out of the box, literally just out of the box a second ago. Fresh tires, stock radio system. And you guys remember the radio system comes with is the Spectrum DX3. It does have that third channel, but of course on the Felony it's not being used. As you can see, it really doesn't need a handbrake. So it looks like it's a little more planted with those rear tires than the infraction, a little less squirrely in the turns. Of course, I'll drive it here in a minute.
We've got ABC turned up, so I'll turn that down.
All right, let's do a run towards us or away from us, speed up. Get your ABC tuned in. You may have to turn it down. I noticed, guys, as you learn with ABC, there's high gain, low gain. You can adjust the gain on the fly, but when you punch it and go full throttle, you'll see it do like a squirrely thing. If that's
this is no ABC.
This is no ABC. All right, punch it. You can kind of see how it goes off to the side there. So a little bit out of control. And I'm sure Greg didn't completely steer through it, but let's get the AVC turned on now and show the difference.
Just go right up to our tire tracks.
Yeah, just look at this guy. It laid the rubber down. Oh, it's awesome. All right, so we got AVC turned back up now, and you're just gonna pop the throttle, right?
Yep.
All right. So you saw, I don't know if you could see it there on the camera, but it did a little bit of waggling, a little bit of oscillation, and that just means you need to barely turn down that AVC. And again, there's our second burnout mark. So once you get the AVC dialed in, guys, that's the fastest way to dial it in. Just punch the throttle and see if you get any oscillations. This thing just looks mean. And I love in the very bottom here, it's hard to see, but nothing to see here, officer. That's such a great. All right, guys, and even the orange body has this matte and shiny piece. You can see it on the black body really well, but when you get up close, and we're out here in broad daylight, you can really see that really cool matte finish, shiny finish. Greg, how are they doing that at the factory? Is it just a mask, or?
So it's a mask that just goes over the top. It has kind of the matte piece of it that goes over the gloss that you get with the natural flex sand there. And the orange one is the only one that has the Arrma in there. So the black's got more matte, and then it's got like a gloss stripe similar to what this matte one is here.
Yeah, you can see that. It's my turn to drive, Greg.
All right.
Give me. Here, I'll hand you the camera. Should be recording there.
All right, so let's see how good Steve can drive without chin steering this time.
Yeah, no chin steering makes a huge difference. Yeah, it definitely feels a little more planted. There's a curve there. Okay. Yeah.
See, when you work at Horizon, everybody makes mistakes.
I was like, man, this is going to be a perfect drift. And then I realized, there's a curve there. Let's go a little bit. It's okay. It didn't hurt it. That was probably the best way you can hit a curve.
Yeah.
Maybe not in full scale, but...
There you go.
That was nice.
Get that smoke.
Yeah, I mean, that just hangs into that drift. I mean, I'm barely touching the wheel to get that drift going. I know you probably can't film that very well, but I mean, I'm just terrible driving. But luckily, Greg probably has another body laying around, but it's not going to last in this video here.
And tires. I was going to have spare tires.
These last a while. Yeah, I think the overall cornering, which makes sense, the cornering of it is slightly, I guess, less agile than the infraction because you got those big tires in the back. Mm-hmm. I'll drive them back to back here, and we'll see that. I feel like you're having to add a little more steering to get it to pivot, but I like it because it feels a lot more planted, for sure.
Yeah, and the nice thing is, I mean, once you get it kind of turned around, then you can kind of use the throttle just to control the drift.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like I'm adding a little more steering than the infraction, but I like that. It does feel really planted. Like, you really have to get the wheels going. Yeah, there it is. Woohoo! Underneath the car. That was the perfect height for not hitting your car, Greg.
Look, some nice tire marks we got there too. Turned out well. Yeah, that was good.
I feel like maybe I didn't notice it because it was dark the other night, but I think this thing lays rubber way better than the infraction. That may not be a good thing, but guys, check out these tires. I mean, we're laying it down, and this is a nice parking lot. You may be on a really bad gravel parking lot, but this is not bad at all. We're not
and actually, I
completely
feel like
murdering
maybe
these
there's
tires.
a little bit of a layer of dust
Yeah.
on top, which just gives you that smoke effect. But I mean, it's putting on some good tracks there too.
Sorry, it may have popped,
Never hurts.
I may have popped the side plates out here. Oh, they just have to go underneath the car. Yes. There we go. May have done that with that curve hit. But it still runs. Okay, you know what I want to do? We're gonna throw on the old GPS meter here. So let's go ahead and pause and install that. I've given you the controls because clearly I can't drive today. But guys, we have installed the Dynamite GPS speed meter. And as you can see, I'm not pulling any funny business. I think I can see that. Yeah, it says 0 miles an hour. So, Greg, it's up to you to show the stock setup. So what can this do, stock versus the speed pinion?
So stock, well, we'll find out here shortly. I can't remember exactly what it is stock. I know with the speed pinion, we've been seeing it's about 85 or so.
Okay.
With the Felony, and then with the infraction, we've been seeing people do about 90 or so.
Wow, that's really fast.
With the speed pinion that comes with it and the whole stock electronics.
Wow, that's incredible. All right, well, you saw it, folks. There was no clown behind me changing this out. It's still sitting at 0 miles an hour. All right, Greg, let's see what you got.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
It's always the coming back part that's scary. Oh, he laid the brakes on early. That's okay. I'd rather not lose an ankle yet. All right, let's see what we got. 0? What the heck? Why don't you work? Okay, it wasn't on the peak mode. It was working, guys, but just because now you think, because I stopped the video, that I messed it up. You got to do it again. How do I reset this, Greg? Just hold mode. Yeah, there we go. Clear. 0. All right.
That's on peak?
Yep, peak. Okay. Sorry, send it. Here, get back all the way up. We got at least a whole car's length, 20 feet here. I think my truck's 21 feet. That's 21 feet more of speed room.
Back it up?
Yeah, back it up. Give yourself a little bit more run rate. All right, when you're ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
There you go. I felt like that gear, that wound out.
Yeah, I had a little bit better wind to the throttle there. For
yeah.
Full speed.
Plus, we're also running after we just bashed it a little bit, so it's not a full setup. All right, guys, so 60 miles an hour with a half-charge battery. And yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But I got some fully charged.
Compare it against the infraction.
Yeah, let's do the infraction now. All right, cool. Let's swap this out real quick. 3, 2, 1.
All right, now we're back with the infraction.
So now we're ready. We've moved it over here, guys. So 0 miles an hour. It's in peak mode. This is the infraction with a single. I think this is a 30C 6S Smart 5000 from Spectrum. So no fanciness, no 100C pack.
I will say the Felony, we did run that on 100C pack. So it was 3S 5000 100C
in
two.
Series. This is just a single pack, and it's sitting on the right side. So, all right. Well, you know what? Let me back it up where you're at, Greg. Ankle break. Workman's comp.
I'd rather have it hit me at that speed than at the other end.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's pretty good.
Go.
That's pretty good wind out. All right, 62 miles an hour, right there. A little bit faster. So,
yeah,
not bad. I did have the tires are definitely not warm, and they're brand new tires. I think that's definitely the problem. So let's fix that real quick. All right, I think they're warmer now.
there you go. All right.
I'm gonna give myself all the space. I'm gonna turn my ABC up a hair. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright. See ABC starting to oscillate there. It's probably shaving off a couple miles an hour. Still 62. Not bad.
Okay.
So out of the box, that was, again, this isn't a 100C pack. Out of the box, 62 versus 60. But that speed pinion, I'll have to do another video now. But that speed pinion, I'm definitely gonna try it. This is a good spot, by the way. You just, as long as you thread the needle through those curbs.
which once you're this far out, it gets a little sketchy.
Yeah, it's a little scary. So let me see the difference now, back to back. Yeah, the infraction definitely throws its tail a lot more, only because you've got those smaller tires. So yeah, on fresh tires, with both of these cars now have fresh tires.
Are you using handbrake at all?
No, this is just me throwing it. That's just throwing it into the corner. This is a handbrake. Handbrake. You can kind of see the tread pattern there.
Yeah.
Pop the handbrake. This is a great parking lot for demonstrating skid marks.
I don't know, we might have to get some drag racing going under the lights someday.
Yeah, we need a third person. I take you out. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that little kind of side-by-side comparison of the brand new Felony and the brand new Infraction V2. If you guys please like and subscribe, and of course put any comments of what you want to see in the future. I'm out here, Greg's at my disposal all the time. I know he has real work to do, but at least we can get these videos done.
I mean, you talked about a side-by-side comparison. I think we just need to run them side-by-side straight and see what happens.
All right, I'm down. I'll chin drive again. Let's do it. All right, guys, it is the lineup. You got to get on this line here, Greg.
On the line.
Ooh. All right.
What we need is a tree.
Yeah. Well, we'll hopefully not hit anything. What are we gonna go to that? What are we gonna do? That first kind of.
Yeah, we can do the first.
Where we were kind of going before.
Yeah.
Let's hope we don't hit each other. I'm gonna turn my AVC up just a little bit, just because I am chin driving, because I've yet to buy a camera mount for my head. So. We're really close together. This ought to be fun. All right, ready? On go. On the word go. Okay. And I'll do 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I got a terrible take. Definitely beat me on that one because I was not paying attention.
All right, best 2 out of 3.
Yeah. That's what they typically say, right? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Careful not to burn as much energy as you need coming back. Handbrake. Now that was cool. All right, we'll switch sides. Handbrake. I do like that. The handbrake helps you line up to the line. I'll give it that. All right, guys, my phone overheated, so sorry about that. But here, a little cool trick. Handbrake, a little bit of throttle. Precision drag racing lineup. All right, Greg, for real this time. If I crash, you're gonna win all the marbles, but that's okay. On go, we're gonna go from 3 down to go. 3, 2, 1, go. Woo-hoo! Okay, not bad. I think, you know, while I may have won that one because I called it, you definitely had the better runs before, so that's all right. Well, either way, guys, these are very easy, almost crashing into you, evenly matched vehicles. Look at that, it's got a dig. Rear dig. It's an axial product. All right, well, Greg, thanks so much for coming out and showing me the Felony. I really appreciate it. Hopefully everyone on YouTube appreciates it too. Guys, if you haven't checked this out or either of these out, make sure to do it at your local hobby shop or, of course, horizonhobby.com. Get out there and start doing some street bashing. Up next, we're going to do a video on 4S infraction, so stick around on the channel and that'll be out soon. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe.